Chapter 5, Letters, etc. Letter from Miss Mina to Miss Lucy, May 9th. My dearest Lucy, forgive my delay in writing, but I have simply been overwhelmed with work. The life of an assistant schoolmistress is sometimes trying. I have been working very hard lately because I want to keep up with Jonathan's studies. I have been practicing shorthand very arduously. He and I sometimes write letters in shorthand. He is keeping a stenographic journal of his travels abroad. When I'm with you, I shall keep a diary in the same way. I shall try to do what I see lady journalists do, interviewing and writing descriptions and trying to remember conversations. I have just had a few hurried lines from Jonathan from Transylvania. He is well, and he will be returning home in about a week. Your loving Mina. P.S. I hear rumors, and especially of a tall, handsome, curly-haired man. Letter from Lucy to Mina, Wednesday, May 17th. My dearest Mina, as to the tall, curly-haired man, someone has evidently been telling tales. That was Mr. Holmwood. He often comes to see us, and he and Mamma get on very well together. We met some time ago a man that would just do for you, if you were not already engaged to Jonathan. Mr. Holmwood introduced him to me. He is a doctor and really clever. He is only 29, and he has an immense lunatic asylum all under his own care. I love him. I am blushing as I write, for although I think he loves me, he has not told me so in words. Good night. Bless me in your prayers, and Mina, pray for my happiness. Lucy. Letter from Lucy to Mina, May 24th. My dearest Mina, here am I, who shall be 20 in September, and yet I have never had a proposal until today. Not a real proposal, and today I have had three proposals in one day. Well, my dear, number 1 came just before lunch. I've told you of him, Dr. John Stewart, the lunatic asylum man. He asked if I could love him in time, and when I shook my head, his hands trembled, and then with some hesitation he asked me if I cared already for anyone else. And then, Mina, I felt a sort of duty to tell him that there was someone. Being proposed to is all very nice and all that sort of thing, but it isn't at all a happy thing when you have to see a poor fellow whom you know loves you honestly going away and looking all broken-hearted. I must stop here at present. I feel so miserable, although I am so happy. Evening. Arthur has just gone, and I feel in better spirits than when I left off, so I can go on telling you about my day. Well, Mina, number 2 came after lunch. He is such a nice fellow, an American from Texas, and he looks so young and so fresh that it seems almost impossible that he has been to so many places and had such adventures. He took my hand in his and said ever so sweetly, Miss Lucy, I know I ain't good enough to regulate the fixin's on your little shoes. Won't you just hitch up alongside me and let us go down the long road together, driving in double harnesses? I was able to look into Mr. Morris's brave eyes, and I told him out straight, yes, there is someone I love, though he has not told me yet that he even loves me. Taking up his hat, he went straight out of the room without looking back, without a tear or a quiver or a pause, and I am crying like a baby. My dear, this quite upset me. I feel I cannot write of happiness just at once after telling you of it. I don't wish to tell of number 3 until I can be all happy. Your ever-loving Lucy. P.S. Oh, about number 3. I needn't tell you of number 3, need I? It was only a moment from his coming into the room till both his arms were around me and he was kissing me. I am very, very happy. Dr. Stewart's diary, May 25th. Cannot eat, cannot rest, so diary instead. I went down amongst the patients. I picked one out who has afforded me a great study of much interest. R. M. Renfield, approximate age 59, sanguine temperament, great physical strength, morbidly excitable, periods of gloom, ending in some fixed idea which I cannot make out. A possibly dangerous man.